Tesla Model Y is already breaking sales records. If you ordered one in the UK now, you'd have to wait 3 to 4 months. In America, waiting lists are stretching up to 10 months. And that's not just because it's a Tesla. Sure, it's got something to do with it, but the Model Y is that shining star of the automotive firmament, a practical, roomy crossover that's also very quick. In some markets, up to 40% of all new cars sold are now crossovers. So today I'm going to try and answer 2 questions. The first is, would it be worth upgrading from Model 3 to a Model Y? Is it that good? And the second, and this is perhaps more relevant, is if you're new to electric cars and you want a family-focused electric crossover, is the Model Y the absolute best in the market upon which to lay down your hard-earned loot? At the moment, the long range costs £54,990 and the performance, when it does arrive here, will cost £64,990. Sure, these are hefty prices, but I'll tell you how to make the cost a little less trouser wetting later on. The official range from the 77.5 kilowatt-hour battery is 326 miles, but in real-life driving you'll get around 260 miles. In America, you can have a 7-seat option, but Tesla aren't giving us a timeline for when the UK might get those extra chairs. But the rear is really spacious, and the seats have enough back, shoulder and legroom for 3 adults. Both models have 4-wheel drive as standard. The long range does 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds with a top speed of 135 miles an hour. The performance can hit 150 and dispatches 60 in 3.5 seconds. That's faster than a Ferrari F40. And those numbers are why it's been such a big hit with buyers. This is a family-sized crossover with all the room you'll ever need and the performance of a supercar. It is not, unlike so many other crossovers and people carriers, a testosterone-free zone. This is sexy. So you would think then that it would be much more desirable than a Model 3, right? Well, not exactly. Compared to a Model 3, and remember I've had a Model 3 for a year, the Y doesn't feel as sporting or as tied down, but then it wouldn't because it's a taller car with longer springs. The 3 has this incredibly sensitive, refined chassis. It's divine to chuck around with sweet steering and a smooth ride and poise. People have been saying that the ride on the Model Y is unacceptable. I don't think so. I'm not feeling it from where I am, and this car's on 20-inch wheels. They say that there's too much lean on the corners. Again, I don't think so either. So this is a crossover that can carry you, your family and everything else at phenomenal speeds and still make you feel good. That is its strongest suit. Even though the Model Y is only 2 inches wider and 2 inches longer than the Model 3, it feels twice as big inside. There's over 2,100 litres of usable space, and the cargo area is considerably deeper and longer than the Model 3. Each rear seat folds flat independently, giving nearly 1,800 litres of load area. So much space, in fact, that you could sleep in the back. There are 2 cubby holes on either side, and underneath the cargo floor is not 1, but 2 storage compartments. The frunk is also deeper than the Model 3. And that all-glass panoramic roof has no crossmember or support. It's just one single sheet of clever glass. There's the usual Tesla minimalism with just 2 toggles on the steering wheel, but no other switches or buttons, and everything worked from the 15-inch touchscreen. But if you don't like scrolling through screen menus while you drive, and there is a safety issue here, everything is also voice-controlled. Open glove box. There's better detailing, improved cabin quality, plus a hospital-grade interior air filter. This catches all the pollutants and microbes going, and then some. Handy, I guess, for the next apocalypse when it comes. One of my favourite improvements is a heated steering wheel to go with the heated seats front and rear. One interior downside is the rear visibility. It's rather like peering into somebody's letterbox. And the paint on this Shanghai-built Model Y is much improved. Look, paint where paint should be. When I wrote the script for this, I was determined that I would not want to buy one of these, that I wouldn't like it, that it was, listening to all the stuff on the internet, too tall and not handling well and rough riding. But it isn't. It's none of those things. It is, like all Teslas, completely and utterly endearing, but in a different way. So here am I trying to answer my question that I posed a few minutes ago. Would I swap my Model 3 for a Model Y? I really don't know. But here's a compromise. Mrs. Willson, she may not know this yet, but she might be getting a Model Y for Christmas. So, to answer my second question, if you're about to buy an electric car for the first time and you're looking for a family crossover, is this the one you should buy? Absolutely. There is no better. It's a combination of range, practicality, charging network, space, performance, all those things, desirability. It really is the market leader by a considerable margin at the moment. There may be another one later, but if you've got money to spend on an EV crossover, this is the daddy. And there isn't one that offers better value. Throw in the fact that it's also a financial no-brainer with tax breaks, salary sacrifice schemes, and in today's market, you won't lose much in depreciation and you'd be foolish to buy anything else. The Model Y, indeed the same is true with most Teslas, will cost you buttons to own. So apart from that 3 to 4 month waiting list, there are very few downsides. This is a mid-sized, all-electric crossover that'll carry you, your family and their belongings, that'll accelerate to 60 in under 5 seconds, has a real-life battery range of 260 miles, the best charging network in the entire world, and probably won't depreciate at all. So when you put it like that, you'd be surprised if there wasn't a waiting list. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.